Hey guys, welcome to Routine Podcast. It's your girl Amira.
And I'm Quya. In this podcast, we'll be talking about everything from our skincare routine to our insecurities about growing up in Malaysia, all while doing our daily routines.
We can't promise you that we have all the answers, but we promise you we will ask the questions that you've been too afraid to ask. Sounds like your thing?
Get your serums and moisturizers,
and let's layer in. In this episode, we are going to talk about something that we share a passion for, which is skincare. Before we start delving right into the question, I just wanted to share with you the definition of skincare according to Wikipedia.
Ooh,
very credible, very credible. So let me just share the definition, and I want you to kind of like give your opinion in terms of like what skincare is to you.
Alright.
So skincare is the range of practices that, number one, support skin integrity, number two, enhance skin appearances, and number three, relieve skin conditions.
Okay.
These practices can include nutrition, avoidance of excessive sun exposure, and appropriate use of emollients.
Ooh.
Okay, so now let's talk about our routines,
Okay.
which is clearly our most favorite part because it's the name of our podcast and how the name of the podcast was birthed.
Yeah.
So can you share how does your routine look like? Let's do the AM routine first, and what are the products that you are currently using / loving right now?
Sure. Okay, so for my morning routine, because I have dry skin, I realized that also through learning trial and error, I don't need to use a cleanser in the morning because it will dry out my face. So I just wake up in the morning, splash my face with cold water, and then I go straight into toner. So I'm a big fan of like Korean skincare because when I was in the UK, I like spent all my money on like all the Western products. So
Can you name names?
okay, SkinCeuticals, I'm so sorry, Dermalogica, and it just broke out my skin like crazy. And even like Chanel moisturizer,
Right.
and it has so much fragrance in it. So
Yeah, that's also like a normal for me.
yeah,
fragrance. Yeah.
Okay.
Parfum.
Yeah, I cannot. And then so I like Korean skincare. I think my skin likes Korean skincare more. So I jumped straight into toner. So my toner of choice is the I'm From Rice toner.
Love. Kuya got me into this toner too.
So good. And I'm From in general is a good brand. I feel they have like really good products and super affordable.
Yes,
compared to, like, right?
super affordable. Like everything that I feel like we're gonna talk about, most of them are super affordable.
Yeah. And that's also another thing that I learned throughout the years because when I was in my 20s, like younger, like when I was 22, 23, I didn't have money then. I had scholarship, JPA scholarship. Don't tell JPA, but like I literally used all my money to buy £100 moisturizers.
£100.
Yes, and it was $500 and it broke me out. I used it once and then And then when I started getting into Korean skincare, I was a bit hesitant because I was like, hey, murah.
Yeah, okay, there's a perception.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
If it's not expensive, it's not up to a certain like
correct. Price equals effectiveness, right? The higher the price, the better it is. But actually, no, guys, not in skincare. Personally, that's what I found. So toner is I'm From toner, and then I go straight to moisturizer. Sometimes I do use like a niacinamide serum, like Paulas Choice 10%. I quite like, but currently I'm not using it because I'm broke. So like I go straight into my moisturizer, or sometimes I do use. Okay, I'm not using anything now. So and then I use my sunscreen. My moisturizer, La Roche Posay, Cicaplast Balm B5. That you can get it at Watson online, or even on Shopee or Lazada. They sell it too. And then I go straight to my sunscreen, which I do not skip at all. Even if I'm working from home, I do wear sunscreen. It's a Klairs UV protection.
Yes.
Sunscreen.
Also plug in for sunscreen again, guys. The most important step is going to be your sunscreen.
Yeah, and that's all. That's my morning routine.
Okay.
What about you? What's your AM routine?
So I tried not washing my face in the morning because you mentioned we both have dry skin. But I found a cleanser that after I wash, instead of feeling really stripped, that cleanser actually gives me a lot of like moisture. So I find that I want to wash my face in the morning because I like the after effect. So the cleanser that I use is La Roche Posay Toleriane line, which is something that you can get at Watson as well. I think it's like about 60 ringgit. So quite affordable. I got this when I first started my skincare journey 3 months ago, and I'm still using it.
Ah.
So it lasts.
Okay.
So right after that wash, then we go to the toner, which is
I'm from.
yes, I'm
Okay.
from Rice Toner, which is amazing.
So amazing, guys.
And as soon as you wash it, I like quickly just splash, right, and just like let it, because we have dry skin girls. That's what happens. So on the next step, which is like sort of my treatment step.
Okay.
Then that depends on what happened the night before. Whether is it like a drying thing, or is it like I need more glowing, depending if I want to go somewhere. So it really depends.
Right.
So if I already have like agitated skin because of acne or whatever that happened, then I usually go with Iunik's Tea Tree Relief Serum. And I know tea tree is like a scary, based on what happened with you when you were 12. But this is actually with tea tree extract, not tea tree oil.
Okay.
So there's like lesser percentage, and I find that if I have like really red skin, when I put this, it kind of like calms it down. So during the day it's nice, you don't have like super red skin.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And if I feel like extra dry and I need help with moisture barrier, then I'll go with my Krave Great Barrier Relief.
Krave Beauty.
Yeah.
You can get this. The Iunik. Where do you get it from?
I get it like from Hermo.
Hermo.
Okay. Do you use that?
Yes, I use Hermo.
Yeah, I use Hermo a lot.
Yeah. Pretty good.
They have all my details.
Affordable as well, right? And what's the price range for the serum?
I want to say the serum, everything here
below 100.
100% below 100, and some I can say is below 50.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get me to spend anything more than 70 ringgit on one product.
Okay.
I feel like I'm sort of
Okay.
Yeah,
so super affordable. So it doesn't have to be expensive, guys.
Definitely it doesn't. And then I go into my moisturizer, which is just like super. During the day, I don't really use like super intense moisturizer. I just keep it simple. And this is the Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. It's like one of their staples. Everybody knows about this.
Hermo as well.
Hermo?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. All the Korean skincare that I use, which is like almost everything except for my cleanser.
Yeah. And Krave Beauty.
Krave Beauty, you have to get it online.
But they do deliver to Malaysia.
Yeah, so they deliver to Korea, they deliver to US, Singapore, Malaysia. Like we are the special country that has been chosen. So then you go to sunscreen. I do have 2 different types of sunscreen depending on what I'm doing. So I have a chemical sunscreen and a physical plus chemical sunscreen. So the chemical sunscreen, if I'm only staying at home, most of the time I only use that. It's a bit more lightweight. But I am quite active. I do go out and run. So if I do have outdoor activities, then I'll go with my physical sunscreen, which is the Cosrx Aloe Soothing Sun Cream. It's a bit thicker because there is a layer on top of your skin, but I feel that it gives me better protection.
I see.
Hence, because I'm going to be outside, I don't mind wearing something that is a bit more thicker, but knowing that I will have better protection, because that's very important for me.
Does it have a white cast?
It does not. It does not. So this, although I would have to say it's slightly oily, hence if you have oily skin, I don't know whether you want to use this.
This is more suitable for a dry skin.
I 100% think it's a dry skin. I don't know. Give it a try. I don't know, guys. Like, what do I know about skincare? And my chemical sunscreen is Beet the Sun. Krave Beauty as well. Really nice, really
lighter, right?
Super light. It's like your Dear Class UV. What's it called?
UV protection.
Yes, UV protection sunscreen. I actually tried to order that and it's sold out.
Everywhere.
It's sold out during Black Friday. It's sold out during 12/12. So. I'm gonna wait until I buy
good stuff. All right.
Okay, so, and moving on to your PM routine, how does that differ from what you do in the morning?
Okay, so for nighttime, I like to do, because I haven't washed my face the whole day,
because you don't do it in the morning.
Yeah, so I think usually I need to wash my face by like 8 p.m. If I don't, it's a bit like it feels a bit icky. So I'll try and wash my face as early as I can, probably 7 or 8 p.m. I'll do double cleanse. So my first step is to remove my makeup and sunscreen. So I will start with the Farmacy cleansing balm. That's like my favorite discovery this year. So that one, I just use that, massage it on dry skin, and use it to remove my.
Where do you get that one?
That one you can get it at Sephora. And this one is a bit mahal. I have to say it's 157. ringgit, but it will last me 2 months.
Because every time you use it, it's
small
just like
amount.
you
Yeah.
scoop it?
Yeah, you can scoop it. Yeah, just scoop it. So then it takes off all my makeup, even eye makeup. It doesn't sting the eyes. You know, sometimes cleansing oil can sting your eyes. So I use that. And then second step, I will use my Allies of Skin cleanser. It's also on Sephora. This one is again a bit pricey, but it can last me around 2 months as well.
Is this the one with peptides?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Allies of Skin peptide cleanser. And I use it, I put it on a Foreo mini. I got it as a gift.
I've heard good things. I don't have one, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I think it's good if you have like macam blackheads on your nose, like those kind of areas where you don't really massage sangat to cleanse. So I think it's helpful for that.
Does it exfoliate? Or
I wouldn't say like it does to an extent, but very mild exfoliation. It's not like Klairs on it. Like, you know, the big brush.
that is okay.
That's like
different.
super harsh, yeah, because that one is an actual brush.
But for real, does it vibrate?
Yes, it vibrates.
Okay.
Yeah. So what it does is that the vibration enters your pores and try to clean it up just via the vibration. But the Klairs one, it was the brush head itself. And also Foreo is synthetic, so it doesn't bacteria.
It cleans itself.
Yeah. So Foreo, and then after that, it's the same exact step as morning. So I use my toner, I'm from toner, but I add on like a serum or treatment. So currently I'm using retinol, like Paulas Choice, 1% retinol, purple color.
Team retinol.
Yeah, so I feel like I was always so scared of retinols because like the peeling and all of that. But this year, because I work from home, I was like, okay, but like if I'm gonna peel and look ugly, I'm wearing masks most of the time, and I'm at home most of the time. So who really cares? Yeah.
But did you peel?
Yeah. So like I started peeling. Initially, I bought. So you can buy on Paula's Choice website. So I started with the sample size, which is around 67 ringgit. It can last me a month because I only use it once a week first. And then I didn't peel then. And then when I upped my dosage to maybe every other day, 3 times a week, like, I think. And then I started peeling around my mouth, and then I started peeling under my eyes, and then sometimes my eyelids get peely as well. So that was a side effect. That's why I switched my moisturizers to the La Roche-Posay, the B5.
Helps with what?
With the dryness and the peeling. Yeah, it's just more occlusive.
Got it.
Yeah. So
you didn't. Did you lower down the amount of times you put in retinol, or you still do it, but then you put this moisturizer on?
I still do it, and I put the moisturizer on because I read online that, I don't know if it's true, but I'm just trying to toughen up and like try to go through this period. So that's what I do. So and then retinol, and then my La Roche-Posay, and then sometimes if I don't use my retinol, once a week I will use Krave Beauty's Kale-lalu-yAHA. Which is their AHA acid. So guys, acid is another life-changing thing. It will change your life.
Yeah.
Dry skin or oily skin. So my husband uses the Paula's Choice BHA liquid, which is really good for oily skin girls there. Like if you have a lot of clogged pores on your forehead, girl.
So, what is acid?
Okay, acid is an exfoliator. Essentially, it's a chemical exfoliant. So like my Foreo is the physical, right? It's a physical machine exfoliator.
Yeah, okay.
But chemical exfoliators, they will loosen up all the dry skin on your face that's clogging your pores. So BHA is oil soluble, so it will go into your pores and take out all the gunk in your pores. So if you have oily skin, it's good because it will go into your pores and then get all the gunk out. But for dry skin girls, you can use AHA, like lactic acid or glycolic acid, where it will just like soften the dry skin on your face, on the surface, and then get rid of it. So yeah, so I think it's another life-changing thing. So like I think sunscreen, double cleansing, and also acids.
My nighttime routine is slightly similar in the first part. So I still use the same cleanser. I love it again. But before I do a wash cleanser, I do have an oil.
Okay, so you do the double cleanse as well?
I do the double cleanse, yeah, and that's a new finding for me this year. And I am just like blown, like how did I not? And especially for dry skin, like washing, it's like 2 minutes of self massage. I love it, and I like the smell. I use the Iunik Calendula Complete Cleansing Oil. And you mentioned about some oils stinging your eyes. This one does not for me.
Okay.
And I sometimes use waterproof mascara.
Mm.
This does the job. This does the job.
So you don't need a separate eye makeup remover. Just straight
Yeah,
away. Oh,
no,
nice.
I don't
Okay.
use makeup remover. This I only use
Also, guys, please stop using makeup wipes.
I
I'm so
agree,
sorry. It's
I
really
agree,
bad.
I
It's really
agree.
bad for your skin. If you have breakouts, even eczema is worse. If you have pimples now, try not to.
To use it, yeah, and it's actually because of the abrasiveness. You
Yeah.
are kind of really forcing those
Correct.
wipes off, and when you use an oil or a balm,
Yeah, it slides.
you're not. Also, if you guys are using it, if you guys already have that in your routine, I would say don't wipe it off. Sort of just like massage it, gentle, and it will do its work.
Yeah.
It will do its work, and that's
Yeah.
why I think it's so much a better
Correct.
alternative than
And
wipes.
if you use wipes on your eyes, you're like just creating wrinkles on your eyes. Girls, younger girls, like below 30s, now you may be fine.
Yeah.
Trust us.
Yep.
Okay, next step.
Sorry, yeah. So and then we do the toner, which is the same thing as my AM routine. So at night is when I go with my more harsher actives. I'm also using retinoids. Yeah, team retinol, and I'm also using the Paulas Choice.
Okay.
Except I am using the 0.3 retinol.
Okay.
So you are using the 1%.
1%. Yeah.
I'm still new to it, and I was a bit scared. I have eczema skin. I know retinoids is drying to the skin, so I was very, very scared.
Okay.
And this one is also formulated with 2% bakuchiol. And from what I heard, this is like it lessened the inflammation that sometimes.
Correct. Bakuchiol. It's a
Bakuchiol.
new ingredient. Yeah.
Yes, and it's plant-based.
Yeah.
And it's not the same as retinoids, but it kind of have
Similar-ish.
similar function and they work well together. I love this. I wore it for about a week, once a week. So I wore it about a week and I saw the difference straight away. I'm using it for like about a month already. I have it here. I started.
What difference did you notice?
The smoothness, like the even of the tones. I still have hyperpigmentation. That's my main. I'm darker skin, so hyperpigmentation is an issue.
Okay.
It's a challenge. So
Is that your concern currently?
it's not. I wouldn't say it's my main concern. My main concern is still my moisture barrier. So I think eventually it will. I haven't actually even gotten into vitamin C yet. I think vitamin C will help with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so retinol is one of them, and then on the days that I don't use retinol, I think now I do this every other day.
Okay.
So when I don't use this, then I will have my AHA, which is actually the same one that Quya is using, which is Krave Beauty's Kale-lalu-yAHA. So this is formulated with glycolic acid.
Yeah.
I got this from a friend of mine who lovingly bought this for me. She bought a whole set of Krave Beauty products, and this was the one that I was like, I don't know, glycolic acid could be a bit harsh for dry skin. So I wasn't sure, but then I used it. And I'm just
Bam! I guess acids, sunscreen, and double cleansing can change your life.
But the only thing is, you will be tempted to use it every night because it's so good.
Yeah, it's like the next day environment glow juga.
But don't
Yeah,
use
but
it.
don't use it
Don't use
because
it
you
every
will ruin your barrier.
Nah. Don't use it every night.
Always bring in a new product. I think slowly, although it's good or not breaking you out, just try it slowly.
Just get it in. Patch test.
Yeah,
as well.
patch test. Yeah.
And the final part is the moisturizer. At night, I do have a thicker moisturizer, and this is a Toleriane. Again, Toleriane, La Roche-Posay have different lines. The Toleriane line, I feel, is the most moisturizing. So dry skin, I think it's great, and this one is the Ultra Cream. So it's the extra
Rich.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I do it only at night to kind of lock in everything.
Okay.
Go
Cool.
to sleep with everything just in there.
Okay, so no eye creams for you?
No, not really in my routine yet.
Okay.
What about you?
I've experimented with a few eye creams before. I tried the Drunk Elephant one, which is super expensive, 300 ringgit. I've tried the Biossance Squalane, which is also 300 ringgit.
Eye cream is always expensive, right?
Yeah, but I have read somewhere that it's the same as moisturizer, but I haven't seen any. Also, when I use these eye creams, I don't see any significant difference. So, I haven't found the one yet. So therefore, currently
works.
Yeah.
Based on what I've been reading as well, for me, the eye area, the problem is my dark circles,
Okay.
and it's genetics. And I feel there's not enough products in the world that can fix my DNA of having dark circles. And the best thing is to wear concealer.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of winging it and just
Okay.
living my true life with
Yeah.
dark circles.
Yeah,
It is how I
embrace
look.
it.
It is how I
Embrace
look.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay, right.
And that is it
Woo!
for this episode. I hope you guys learned something
Yeah.
or
Enjoy
would love to, enjoy it. And would love to hear back from you guys what you guys think about skincare. Where are you guys on your journey?
Yeah. And what products work for you guys?
Yeah.
Because we are still learning too, so love some product recommendation.
Yeah, and I think skincare itself, it's a lot of other variation of topics that we can go off
Yeah.
of it. So definitely look up more. It
Mhm.
really is one of our passion.
Yes.
And what got us closer as
Closer.
well as friends. And as we were discussing about this podcast, we definitely wanted to touch base with you guys and discuss the importance of skincare.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple thing about knowing about it.
Correct. And I think it will help people with confidence issues, like how I was like growing up, not knowing anything and like what to do. So I think to any girls out there or guys suffering with bad skin, don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
it's fixable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fixable. You can
If you want to.
Yeah, if you want to, you can not cure it, but you can fix it, and then there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely from the goal that I was, right, when I said that beauty wasn't my thing, I
Yeah.
kind of like shelved it. I was never going to be the pretty girl. I'm not saying that I'm pretty now.
Right.
I'm ish okay looking.
She's
But
pretty.
but I feel that I am driven to skincare because it makes my skin healthier,
Yeah,
and then the aesthetics come with it,
Yeah.
and overall,
yeah.
it's just like a nice cycle.
And
Yeah.
it boosts your self-esteem,
Hmm.
and your confidence, and when you don't have like kawa on your face, obviously you feel a lot
Yeah.
better, right?
And
Like
when
to
you-
interact.
When you have confidence, you do better
Yeah.
at work. You are more productive.
Yeah.
You speak well
Correct.
to people.
I know friends and like myself as well. I think sometimes when you're talking to people and you have like bad skin, you're like you can't even make eye contact.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, they're looking at
Yeah,
my
looking
skin.
at you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you see
yeah.
my concealer, my cakey. Yeah, so don't worry, guys. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
And most people actually are going through it as well.
We'll help you guys. through
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So that's it. Thank you so much for coming back to this podcast, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.